Okay, lesson 86, graphing equations. Just review before we get into 86. This is what we've done before is the slope, where if you're giving a line with two points on the line, you're able to figure out the slope by counting the y and the x. So this would be a positive y going one up, and then negative 1, 2, 3x going across. So that would be 1 over negative 3, or negative 1/3. Okay, that was the last lesson. Finding the slope of the line. And then we also did this, where if you're giving 2 points on the line, you can figure out the slope by using this equation here. The m is the slope, and you can use this equation for finding the slope without actually having to draw the line. Okay? Well, this lesson is showing the equation, how to graph an equation that creates that line. Okay, they show you right here that this is a linear equation. In the next video, I'm going to go over this before I go over other lessons. But here they're showing how do you create a graph using this linear equation. And this lesson shows a long way of doing it, and then later on you'll learn some of the shortcuts. Okay? So this I found, this is a worksheet I found online. I'm going to use a couple of these before I use the one in the book to show you the drawing of a line using these functions. But here the lesson is basically showing you how to find the points to create the coordinates for making the line on the graph. For example, you got your x and y here. So I'm going to make my x and my y. I'm going to make a tree over here, or a T chart where I have x and y. Okay? And let's say let's pretend that x is 0. I'm going to make x 0. So I'm going to put it into this equation. If I go y equals negative 0 plus 2, okay, well, what will be the y? It's saying if x is 0, then what will the y be? So if I go negative 0, or 0 plus 2, well, then the y is going to be 2. So I'm going to put y is going to be 2. Okay? And then I can change the x to another number. Let's say I make it, I don't want to go too high, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's go with 2. So let's change the x to 2. Okay, so now I got negative 2. If I go y equals, change the x to negative 2 plus 2, well, what would be the y? If x is 2, what will be the y become? So if I go negative 2 plus 2, well, the y is going to be 0. So I'm going to put here 0. So now I got 2 points. I got the x and the y, and I got another coordinate, x and y. So I got the coordinate 0, 2, the x is 0, and the y is 2. And then I have another coordinate. Well, I'll do it this way. I'll have, if the x is 2, then the y is 0. So if I plot those, what would be the slope, or where would the line be on this graph? So if I go 0, 2 first, so if x is 0 and y is 2, so I don't go back or forth, but I go up 1, 2 on the y. I go right here. Okay, so that one's plotted. And I go, this one is 2, 0. So if x is 2, 1, 2, and the y is 0, I don't go up or down, so I just plot it right here. Okay, so therefore, these will be 2 points on that line. So I could take a little ruler and connect those 2 points. Just like that. Okay, and that'll be, there's your graph. Okay, that would be, this function will produce, if I keep changing the x's, if I do like x is 4, okay, well, let's try that. If I go y I got room here. Y equals x is negative 4 plus 2. Well, negative 4 plus 2, that'll end up being negative 2. So you'll see here, if I go x is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the y is negative 2, so I got to go down 1, 2. Ah, look at that. It's right on the line. Okay? So you can see if I keep changing the x, the y will also keep changing the same proportion, and the dots will all end up on this line somewhere if I keep on changing the x. Okay?